Dibby dibby doo. Dibby dibby doo. I'm waiting for my chat to show up. I'm waiting for the chats. I'm waiting for the chat. It says, oh, it's slow. Sorry guys, either I'm really close to the microphone or you guys can pick me up very well. New? Okay. Anywho, I am back. Yes. It is awesome sauce. I'm waiting on everything to kind of clear the caches here. Waiting. Still says 0. My computer's going slow for some reason. Like, I'm downloading. Am I downloading? Steam. Go away. Alright. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna take it, yep, I am live, and then we'll just roll from there, because my thing. But, with that said, I am back. Back. Alright, so, last we left off, sorry it took a while, I was doing a couple things in between, but last we left off, we were working on the bunny, and I totally forgot to do something while we were working on the bunny, so I gotta do that now while I'm talking to you guys. One of the big things that we gotta do is we gotta put our fan in, and get it positioned correctly. I might have to redo this later, which is gonna stink. But that works. So what I'm doing right now is I'm re-holding my fan, and I'm just tacking it down with some glue because I think I gotta move it to get my eyes in. So we'll have to see that here in a second. Copy. But we gotta do our traditional let's watch again. And then I'm looking at the first book. We're gonna do some testing. We're gonna get some stuff going on, and then we'll go from there. All right. So we got the fan going on. I want to do some testing so that way it's not like blowing directly into the eyes, because anybody that sat in front of a fan too long already can tell you that yeah, that sucks. That sucks. You get dry eyes real quick, and then you're like, it's not working right. So we're gonna check that. We're gonna skim down these ears. Maybe razor blade. I'm not thinking scissors. I'm thinking more razor blade. Just kind of give it that roundish shape that we're going for. The nose has settled finally. So let me show you that. This thing's heavy. So there's the black nose and how it has turned out nice. Nice, 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 nice. Boopable nose. And yes, the word boop is a word. So we're working on that. We're gonna just do some shaving. I was gonna do like plaster this everywhere and tell everybody, you know, come watch. But we're not gonna do too much this evening. And some of these chats are just blowing up. Oh, they're talking about drinking. Yay! Alright, so... So we're sitting here, we're working on this. We're gonna start trimming down the ears. And then we're gonna go get some felt. I think I have some floating around for the mouth. So we get the mouthpiece started since the hot glue gun's ready. So you know what? I'm actually gonna go get that now and work on it as I go. And with that said, I'll be right back. So a couple of the fabrics I have, it might not be what I'm looking for. We'll have to see. Oh. All right. So I got some nice felt, some pink for inner mouth line. I'm still thinking about black, to be honest. Black mouth, pink tongue. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do black instead. I do have a lighter shade of pink, which is this one right here. It's going to match the colors of the suit, which is what I'm trying to stick close to, other than trying to go off-colored, which, as you guys can see, is a big, big, big difference. So, going to probably hold off on this one. But definitely just going to do a black underline for now. So with black, I have a couple difference. Here and here. Ugh. So sorry, people are chatting away and it's like, oh, they're talking. Alright, so I got a black felt. The only problem that I don't like about this black felt, it is a fur attractor of the apocalypse and would be very, very hard to keep clean. Which brings me to round 2. It's kind of a stretchy nylon type of material, and you guys are going to laugh at me when you watch this. But it's a stretchy nylon type of stuff. This is what I like using in my mouths. You can get very detailed, pressed against your mouthpieces and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to go with this. I like this a lot better, plus it stretches. So you can kind of pull it out a little bit, wrap it around the lips, and then when you do the actual fur itself, you have kind of like a guideline to lay on. It's kind of how you build your smile too, is how I do it. So we're going to go ahead and do this instead. But with this, we have to get... I think I'm going to probably have to carve this a little bit still. Ha! Ha! It works! Okay. Which then displays it. Okay, cool. So, like I said, I'm going to have to carve this down a little bit, which I'm going to have to move the duct tape out of the way just a wee bit. You know what? I'll pull the duct tape off for now. Because I gotta redo it anyways. And toss! Fail. Fail! Okay. So there is some carving that needs to be done for the lower jaw, or the actual mouth bite. So I gotta do something about that. I might extend it even more, but right now, let's just carve it down, call it good. And how I like to do everything around here is go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. Which didn't line up correctly. Everybody's favorite thing to use. I feel like I'm going to cut myself going this direction. And it's not going to be on purpose. Okay, that actually worked really good. I actually gave it the right symmetry for the center of the mouth where the tongue's gonna go. Sweet! I always get stuck on this side of the table. Okay. Every time I'm done... Hi, Saturn. Welcome. Every time I'm done, I always take my blades apart. Or not apart, but I always take them apart. So that way nobody accidentally presses the button or anything like that. Safety first, right? Safety. And knowing me, I'd probably push the button. So let's get some music on because I need some music to concentrate. We picked out our fabric for the mouth. We're going to do a black bottom and top. This will give it the illusion. Plus I can take some of this for the side walls and give the rest of the mouth, you know, closed. It's the only thing about this suit piece that I do not like is when you open the mouth, the entire mouth opens. I wish the opening was much smaller, much more controlled. And then that's the only thing that I do not like about the bunny muzzles. They're just it's hard to explain. The dogs, everything like that, they have the longer snoots, which gives it that. So what we're gonna have to look at is when we're furring, we're gonna have to cover this part back. That way it gives us it'll give me that ability to kind of cover the big opening part of the mouth. So, music's on. How do I want to keep this open? Glues. Must have. Oh, da, da, da. Alright. I tried wearing a baklava with the open mouth part, but it just pushed it down. Gonna try it again when I get it back from class. Maybe try pulling it up after the head's on. Yeah. My opinion is you really don't need a baklava in one of these. But, you know, whatever. Ow! I hate when I do that. Alright, so now what I do from this part here is I just, I glue the remaining balanced, aka the lip part of this. I just glue it down. It is hot, so I just kind of try to push down, let it dry a little bit, push down, let it dry a little bit, so it's nice and smooth. That's why I like this black a lot too, is because you can just kind of go up to it, pull down on it a bit, and it helps with sweat. There's a lot of bead of sweat at PDFC that fell right between my eyes. Down my... Oh, yeah, I would agree with that. Sweat control. Sweat control, I can see that. Okay, now what I'm doing right here is I'm trimming off the excess that didn't get glued down. Now, I do still want a good portion to hang out, so that way there's a lip. Trash can. So, alright. I don't think this is going to be big enough, but we can try it. And surprise, surprise, it actually is. Okay, so let's go ahead Now this is the part that's going to be a little hard, because we're going to have to flip it over. I'm hopping mad! Hopping mad, man! I'm always in a good mood when I'm building suits. I don't know why, but I am. Always in a good mood. You know, I should probably make one correction to this, but I've already started gluing where I'm thinking of it, so... Yeah. Alright, so now what I got going on, and what I'm basically doing is I'm propping the mouth open with just a spool of thread, so that way I can work in here and get some of this extra stuff done, make sure to lay it flat, stuff like that. Gives me a lot of room to work with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back around, I'm going to start gluing these edges down here in a minute, once this has settled enough. It's actually the jaw's turning out really, really well this time. I normally go through about 5 or 6 glue sticks a head, which glue sticks are like $2, I think. $2 or $3 for like a 30 pack. So it doesn't cost that much to just be sparing in your glue. Like I said earlier in my stream, glue sparingly, or glue generously, so that way you're not having to fight yourself going back. I like this song. Hello, neighbor. Now, one thing that I do have to say about when I do this project and everything, is as I work on this, I got to be careful about how much of this I'm putting down, because when you get to the duct tape stage and start duct taping everything, when you get to that duct tape stage, it can actually pull it off. So that's why I say glue generously. Glue is cheap. The only part that I have to say is when you glue too much, it hurts your fingers because your fingers find it. Alright. So there's top, there's bottom. The plan is yes for eyelids on this. I do plan on it, but I haven't even started working on the eyes yet. So kind of gotta get my butt there. Real quick, for Saturn, and don't melt the plastic. Yeah. For Saturn or anybody that does my fursuits, with this style, the back of your head looks like this, and there's little straps. All you have to do is let the tension off these two straps here. Don't worry about the top one, but the two side ones, if you let that tension off and it's in warm temperature, it won't melt the plastic. It is 3D printed, so it is plastic. So it takes all that tension off the back. So yeah, that's fine. But that's all you have to do is you have to just undo these when traveling. It takes all the pressure off the sides, and then you just tighten them back up again until you're comfortable, and because you don't want your suit being too tight on you. Okay, there's that. Alright, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I need to go grab something real fast. Okay. I'm back. What I went and grabbed off my refrigerator is a magnet. This is for the tongue later on. I like to do them with magnets, personally. As long as it stays in place, I will be okay. But yeah, I use a magnet to hold the tongue in place. It's kind of cool. I did. Saturn, where is everybody? Why is nobody watching? That's okay. Oh, I got a message. I got a message. Alright, so give me a second. Let me stare at this. What the... Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so... Alright, so I think I just dropped a pin on my foot. And it's exactly where I thought it was, on my foot. Alright, so lips are done, nose are done. The next thing I want to check out is when we were off cam, I installed that little switch right there, and it's in there pretty good and snug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test that fan number one, see if it works inside inside the head when I put it on. And number two is I'm going to the cool feet paw on my couch. Those were given to me by Saturn. I gotta tighten this still. It got loose somehow. But it works nonetheless. Okay, so let's test this theory here. And it's into the ear to turn it on. And that's actually blowing directly onto my forehead. So it's completely missing my eyes, which is good. But it's also missing everything else. And then to turn it off, uh-oh. Alright, we're going to have to play with that a little bit. So what I'm going to probably have to do is I'm going to probably have to drill a hole. Go get Dakota in the stream. Welcome, Dakota. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to drill a small hole, real small hole, to get just the switch in there. Because it works going into the ear, but it does not work going back out the ear. You actually have to kind of hold it, and that's not going to work. So, that's we'll have to come back to that, and that's okay. That's okay. That's why we're trying out some different ways to do things. Just want the head, hands. I want the head, hands, hand paws, feet paw, and tail. I'm going to wear my pants and shirt. I think this is the girl. Yeah, here it is. Oh boy. I think it was Liz. Okay. So, anywho, where was I? So we're gonna work on trimming this down now. And what I like is my very trusty X-Acto knife. Make it voice activated? Oh, if I would be voice activated, I'd be screaming and hollering and having a great old time, and that thing wouldn't know to turn on or off. It'd be like, ah! Okay, so bunny ear trim, got it. So on the back end of the ears, what I do is I just take an X-Acto knife, trying not to cut myself, and then I just kind of trim off the corners, going down towards the head base itself. And it doesn't need to look super nifty pretty or anything underneath. It just needs to look acceptable, because when you fur everything out, it really hides the blemish of the zigzag or the sawing action that I'm doing here. It really helps hide all those blemishes. So there's that. Always cut away from you. Big zombie. Yet again, I want to headbang, but I can't. Always cut away from your fingers. Okay, let's see how many people I've made mad in a minute. Okay. I keep forgetting to look at you guys. I'm so sorry. Space doggo, want to get to the space. Not far enough will get me to stuck in a tree, root beer float. Can't you headbang? Yes, my headaches are killing me. I love when people fight with me. Okay, so anyways, back to where I was. Trimming air. Yes, headbanging with headaches is not the best idea. We'll go to that one. Also, headbanging with razor blades is also a bad idea. Okay, so Dakota said something. It's mostly Dakota asking me silly things and saying silly things of silly things. Wow, there's a lot of silly. It's a stream full of silly thumbs up. Realizes doggos aren't supposed to have thumbs. They gasp. Yeah. When you give somebody a price and they're like, oh, that's too expensive. I'll tell you more about it later, Saturn. Okay. So now, what I do is I just take some scissors and I kind of even it out if I miss spots or spots need to do. The only part that I hate about doing this is there's so much static cling that it makes it kind of difficult. Magic, magic, ooh, magic, magic. Magic, magic. Alright. So yet again, take the scissors, kind of trim off the edge a little bit. I don't want to do too much and risk it, but just the edge off is what I like to do. Gives it that rounder look. Alright. So that's literally what I got. We've installed the fan, did the mouth, trimmed the ears, which is really what I had left. When we get into sewing and start using fabrics and stuff like that, must have not done their research. No comment, Saturn. No comment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stop here because my next step that I want to go into, guys, is I want to start duct taping. I want to get into duct taping to the point where we're ready to build this, but I'm not ready for that yet because I want to get the eyes done too. And the eyes, I haven't settled on. I know. Get it? I know. Dad jokes are real in this channel, guys. So we got to look at that. We got to look at why this is so loose in the back anyways. I definitely want to look at a couple of those things. I'm actually thinking about whiskers on this too. So, but that's at a later detail stage. We got to make sure to get our magnets in. Yeah, it's past my bedtime. Anywho, guys, with that said, I'm gonna log off for the night. Like to see what's going on. The eyes are the doorway into the soul. Yes, I have heard that saying too. The eyes are the doorway to the soul of the suit or the character. So I just really haven't settled on a pair of eyes yet. So I'm gonna work on that tonight. Try to get a decision, and we'll probably make them tomorrow. I do have some things to do in real life, so it will probably be later on in the evening. But I'll make sure to post it all around, so you make sure to come back and check out my channel. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and don't forget the little bell. That will notify you when I go live too. Other than that, guys, have a beautiful night, and arms and leg, later.